All right, this is a compound movement where we're getting more than one muscle group involved. Hey guys, Mark McKinley with Live Anabolic, and today I want to talk about the best tricep exercises that you guys are probably not doing right now. So everybody wants big arms. I get it, I do too. And if you're smart, you're going to really spend a lot of time focusing on your triceps, because your triceps are 2/3 of your upper arm mass. Most guys, spend way too much time just on their biceps, wondering why their arms aren't getting bigger and tighter in their shirt sleeves. It's because they're neglecting their triceps. Now, I've shot several other videos about great arm exercises, both bicep and great tricep exercises. But today I want to give you 3 exercises that you probably aren't doing because they're just a little bit off the beaten path. It's not that you have to do the other exercises that you've seen in my other videos, especially Gary's shot some great videos on how to build big arms. But you start doing the same exercises over and over, week after week, month after month, you're going to see progress, but then all of a sudden you'll kind of plateau. So I want to throw a few curveballs at you today so that you can throw these into your workouts, okay, on a semi-regular basis. And I promise, if you do these, you'll be hitting all these little muscle fibers from different angles. And of course, that's what kind of shocks things. And you'll end up being sore because you're doing different exercises versus the old exercises that you might have been doing really, consistently and hard, but you never felt sore the next day. And of course, the soreness really is what we're looking for. So before I get to those 3 exercises, I want to remind you again about a free resource we have. It's our Facebook group, okay? Click the link below this video and ask to join. I'm the moderator of the group, and I'm literally online probably 7 days a week, answering everybody's questions. We have over 15,000 members. It's totally free. Guys all over the world. I mean, we got guys in Europe and Canada and Australia, New Zealand and South America. It's really cool. Plus, they're guys just like you. I mean, most of the people in the group are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. We got guys in their 40s and 80s also, okay? And so everybody's answering each other's questions and motivating. You'll see a lot of really cool looking transformation pictures in there. You're gonna see a lot of information about nutrition, okay? It's not just about exercising and working out. A lot of it is nutrition related. A lot of it is just motivation related. There's some great memes that guys post that are really, really clever. And there's also some fun going on in there. So guys, be sure and check it out. By far and away, the best fitness group in all of Facebook. Okay guys, so the first exercise is something called a bench dip. Now, I'm not gonna do them on a bench. I'm gonna do them on my couch. You can do them on a chair. You can do them on a coffee table, just about anything that'll hold your weight. Now, I wanna give you one thing that you need to consider before you do this exercise. It's a body weight exercise, and a lot of you guys are big, heavy guys. So be sure and do a little bit of warming up. Warm up your shoulders, your elbows, your triceps, your biceps. Kind of get the blood flow going a little bit. Make sure your tendons and ligaments are ready to lift your full body weight before you do this exercise. It's really good. I don't do it nearly enough, okay? So I go to the gym and work out, and they got all that great equipment, and I just tend to forget about it, okay? Because I'm always hopping on, all this expensive equipment. But this is a really great way to do it. So basically, I'm just gonna get my hands on the edge of the cushion here, okay? And I'm gonna slowly walk my feet out until I can feel my butt just slide off the end of the couch, okay? And basically, all I'm gonna do is just go straight down and straight up. Try to get all the way up, and if your shoulders are in good enough shape, you can go all the way down, as far down as your shoulders will let you go. Now guys, some of y'all are carrying a lot of extra weight, okay? So it makes it really too difficult. So let's do this, all right? So I still want you to try the exercise, but modify it. Instead of your feet way out here, okay, and that puts pretty much all your upper body weight on your triceps, move your feet back underneath you a little bit, okay? And then you can still do the range of motion, all right, that I was doing a minute ago, but you're not lifting quite so much weight, all right? So these bench dips are really good. Now, another thing about them is they put your arm in a different position. You're putting your triceps in a starting position behind your back, whereas so many of the other exercises we do when we're focusing on triceps, our elbows are in front of us. So this exercise is going to hit your triceps a little differently because my elbows are behind my back throughout the full range of motion. All right, so exercise number 2 has got us down on the ground here, and these are called close grip dumbbell chest presses. So this is an exercise you could also do for your chest, guys, but because we're going to have the dumbbells real close together, okay, it's going to de-emphasize your chest and it's going to emphasize your triceps. So get some lighter dumbbells, lighter than you would do for a regular chest press, okay, guys, because our triceps are much smaller. And I want you to hold the dumbbells together. Keep them touching the entire time, okay? And it's real straightforward. You're just gonna bring them straight down to your chest and your rib cage and then press up. So see how my elbows are staying relatively close to my side here? They're not flaring way out, all right? So keep them close to your rib cage as you come down, and then it's just a straight up and down pressing movement, guys. And at the top, don't just go up and let it come back down. Go up and really try to squeeze those triceps. Lock out those elbows just real briefly and squeeze. And you're gonna really start to feel the pump in your triceps. Now you're also gonna feel some of it in your chest, but that's fine. All right, this is a compound movement where we're getting more than one muscle group involved. And the same thing with the bench dips a minute ago. Yes, we're focusing on our triceps, but when we were doing those bench dips, we were actually getting several other muscle groups. And so both of these exercises are really, really good. And once again, unlike the more common tricep exercises, we're working our muscles from a slightly different angle, from different ranges of motion, and with our elbows in different orientations relative to our torso, which means we're gonna work different muscle fibers in the triceps from what we normally do. All right, so the third and final exercise today is an overhead tricep extension with bands. Now, I do this exercise at the gym a lot with the cable machines and with ropes, okay? I love the exercise, but a lot of you guys are probably not doing it. It's just not so obvious, all right? So the first thing is, I want you to set up your anchor kind of at a midpoint here, okay? Don't put it all the way down at the bottom and don't put it at the top. And I'll show you in just a second why. It's because it'll create the correct angle for us when we start doing the exercise. All right, once again, you're not gonna be able to do a whole lot of weight here, okay, or a lot of band resistance, but it's easy to pick the band up and put them over your head, all right, when they're at the midpoint here. And then you're gonna notice, I'm going to pre-stretch the band. I don't wanna stand too close to the door because it's just slack, all right? So I step away from the door and I like to really spread my feet out and give myself a good, base to balance, okay? And then I'm gonna have the handles right basically at the top of my head. I'm gonna try to keep my elbows facing straight forward, all right? Now you can't get them too straight, all right? You're just because of the nature of your shoulder joints, but I don't want them flaring way out here either. So bring them in and you're just gonna press the handles straight forward, okay? Over your head and then back. And because the anchor is at that midpoint level, all right, it's pulling down slightly as I press forward, and it's keeping tension on my triceps throughout the full range of motion, all right? If the anchor was way down at the bottom of the door, it would also put tension on my triceps, but it would be hard to pick up the handle and get it into position, okay? You would already be under tension right here if the anchor was way down here at the bottom of the door. And so it would be a little awkward trying to get it up here and stretch it, okay? Now you can try and see which way feels better to you, and I'm fine with you guys experimenting, but when I'm at the gym using the cable machine, I put the pulley about at my waist level. And this is an exercise, guys, that you can't use a lot of weight on, and you're gonna have to really focus on that mind-muscle connection, all right? Because if you're just kind of going through the motions and everything's wiggling around, you'll get tired but you won't be putting the tension exclusively on your triceps, all right? So that's what we're trying to do. Is this is a tricep exercise. It's not a full upper body exercise. So 3 great exercises today, all focusing just on your triceps. Your triceps are 2/3 of the muscle mass for your upper body. Your bicep is actually smaller than your triceps. So do not neglect these. Add these into your other favorite tricep exercises, especially if you guys are having a problem growing your arms. And remember, you got to stick with it and never give up on yourself.